Vince right here, and welcome to I wouldn't say a very hype game to play, but yeah, this is Crafty Survivors, and we're about to check it out. No doubt, it's gonna be a good time. So yeah, let's see what this goodie, or pretty much just my opinion since I've been playing it. I not a lot, but I've been in here and there. Basically, it's let's just jump into a gameplay real quick. I just unlocked two characters, so I haven't really went far in this game, to be honest with you. But we're gonna choose the one that I started and tell you about this game. Crafty Survivors. Imagine Vampire Survivors. Hence the name. Like come on. Okay, so okay. It's not automatic. I kind of forgot. But Crafty Survivors. You basically the amount of times, and I feel like yeah, this is an idle game. Yeah, it's an idle game. Unless that's what you call it. Or survivor game. I feel like there is a name for some of these types of games. I don't know. I mean, there was this other game that is like Vampire Survivors. And basically it's 3D, like, it's a 3D version of Vampire Survivors in a sense, even though it's not vampires. I forget the name of the game. But if this was that, then that would be something. But for this one, the amount, like, basically you have to complete some of the levels. At first I was like, oh, I have to kill as much enemies as I can. Not necessarily. They just need to spawn as much as they can if you can handle it. And then you move on to a boss battle, and that's when you unlock, because those other areas is when you unlock more resources to basically upgrade your city. Because the last level that I went through, and this is level 2 in this sorts, is that it doesn't have rocks, but this level does. The other level has wood. This level has rocks. So basically, different resources is in different levels as you progress. And so far with that concept, it's not bad. I just wish that, you would go to different areas in the game or something. But it makes sense because, it probably has to take time to, fix your city, which is basically the concept of, or just like mini games, is that you're trying to repair your village and from the damages that happen to it. I'm not really sure about the story of the game, to be real with you, but yeah, with all these upgrades and everything, so far it's not that hard. I feel like for many survivor games, I don't know what it is with Vampire Survivors. It doesn't seem appealing to me, to be real with you, like this type of genre. But when you start playing it, for some reason it does. It's just that on paper, it's like, I'm not into it. You know what I mean? But I start playing it, and it's like, oh, this is not bad. I really enjoy this. This is actually a pretty good game, pretty good genre. I do enjoy Vampire Survivors. I enjoy a bunch of other survivor games, but for some reason, when I see a gameplay of it, I guess you have to play it in order to be into it. At least that's the way I look at it. And with all these resources and everything, and I feel like this is a good game for streaming. Like you would just talk to your chat, and you would just like, to me that's the way I see it. But I know that I would be very into those games. There is a part of me where I wish there's like 8-bit. I wish those were like, there's ROMs, like a Vampire Survivors, but a ROM for Genesis or for the Game Boy or something like that. Since there's like this somewhat revolutionary new phase in gaming, especially nowadays, where they're making games for very old consoles. They make it for PC, but you usually see that with indie games. Like, oh, the new Genesis game is like, since when did the Genesis ever been a thing? But you can actually, there is a ROM for it. The same way there's a PC, game or a Steam page for it, and I find it interesting for a game like this, since it's running so properly on my PC and it doesn't take a lot of gigs or at all. Like it can definitely turn into that, and I'm looking forward if that's really gonna be a real thing, if that's gonna happen, because I can definitely see that. Genre of games, especially if we're talking about in the 8-bit or 2D sense of like Vampire Survivors, to becoming like, for ROM packs or retro consoles, which, is coming back. But so far with this game, it's not bad. You know, I am not crazy about this type of genre of games. I'm gonna be honest. It's totally different. It's a platformer. If it's like what other genre, like an action shooter or something like that, or whatever I'm hungry for. But man, there's just something about this game or something about the genre where I'm like I have to be hungry for like, oh man, I'm hankering for a Vampire Survivor type game. That usually just never happens, to be real with you. But there has to be a reason why I'm coming back. There can't just be a reason like, oh, leveling up or, you know. So for this one, would rank higher than Vampire Survivors. Basically, I find this game more appealing knowing that I'm gonna repair the city and get to each level, go to boss battles, upgrade my weapons and stuff like that, get more characters here and there, and that's my only reason of actually coming back to the game. So for that reason alone, is what makes this game quite, you know, at least somewhere in my list. Not the top of my list, but somewhere in my list, you know, for sure. You know, it's just that, again, not really hankering for any, but I keep seeing people playing this, you know, like it was brought to my attention in my timeline, and I'm like, yeah, let me just check it out. But anyways, we got all these different abilities here and there. There was also this, like, frying pan ability, and apparently I don't have it, which is sad. That could have been cool. So I just gotta upgrade my knife. I don't know if you can switch weapons here and there, but that would be cool too. And so for it, I do want to get into the, I guess, what is it called? The upgrade. But I do want to see what happens after this. I'm kind of like really close to finishing this level, so we're about to see and find out. Like, and also like there is just a lot of resources here, as you can see. I believe in the later levels there is, but almost all the enemies are about to be spawned. So let's see if we're gonna get a boss battle. You know, or I'll just start killing. Of course, I have so many abilities here and there. My goodness. And also one thing I like about the Vampire Survivor type of games is that a lot of dodging. A lot of dodging going here. I love it. I just find myself dodging more better with these kinds of games for sure than any other. And we have a boss battle. So that one is, that cursor is pointing to, yep, there's the big guy. We're gonna try to kill it for sure. This is the end for this thing. Here we go! And just like that, we unlock a new level, but also a chest. 160 rocks, even though I've been collecting rocks this whole damn time. This whole damn time. Alright, let's go to the exit and see what it has in store for us. Nothing much. And just like that, we unlock a new level. Oh my gosh, the Grasslands. I wouldn't be anywhere else. Joking. Anyways, this is basically the village. I've been upgrading here and there. This, you know, actually, this will be a good idea for progress gameplay. Now thinking about it, there's still a bunch of stuff where I'm like, I don't know what this does. I don't know what that does, but I know what it is used for. The restaurant is coming from, and pretty much, I think this forge is where I got the other character. So each building pretty much produces a character. But what about the bank? I don't know. You want to invest? I want to invest actual real money. That's for damn sure. And there's other resources that I can't find yet. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, comment on the jazz. Let's see. I want to see. I got items. I don't know what to use that for.